What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're going down in my track I Would Quarantine Anytime, which I made completely 100% on live stream, everything from the first conception to the exporting of the final product, and I believe everything from making the album art and everything, potentially too. That being said, we're going to break it down, how I made it, go through all the different layers and all the different things inside of it. If you want to text me, you can text me at 1-833-575-0948. If you want to check out my music, it'd mean a ton to me. And I'd love to know what you guys think of this style video. Alright, let's see what we got. This is I Would Quarantine Anytime. And so we start off right from the beginning. We started with this sample from Splice, which came right here. And this pretty much just repeats. It's pretty much the same thing, like an 8-bar loop that repeats pretty much throughout the entire song. The key of A sharp minor or C sharp major, depending on how you want to think of it. And it pretty much just loops. Got a little bit of EQ going on, taking out a little bit of the low end. And what happens later in the verse is the same exact thing, only I just take out a lot more of the low end, so it gives a little bit more room for the bass to kind of show through. So this is the first version without that. And a little bit of compression going on. Now this is the verse one coming in right here with this EQ. See how it's significantly more, you know, actually it's actually the compressor that we have on here is actually sidechained to audio 5, which is the kick. So if we go to the kick, you can see that it's actually pulling out. If we go to this compressor, every time the kick hits, it's pulling out. And if I go to the kick, which is right here, where is the kick? Kick is right here. If we pull it, we'll hear it pull out with it. Hear it pulsing, and you can even see it right here, pulsing with that kick. So it's called sidechain. All right, next in the intro we have my voice and Cymbal Swell, which is a sample from Splice. A cool little trick that I learned about from a friend, Adam, is you can actually click this like the actual sample, like the whatever audio you want, and you can actually use. I never really used these, but it's actually pretty cool. You can change the gain. See how it's changing over here? Let's go back to where it was. And then I actually reduced that gain. You can also pitch things over here, which I've been using a lot lately, which is really cool. So as you can see, there's no gain reduction here, but there's actual negative 4.6 gain reduction over here. So we have that, and then we also have my voice that comes in right here. The reverse cymbal. I would quarantine anytime if it means more time. A ton of low end taken out. We have a compressor going on. We have echo going on. So I usually don't use this echo. This is the Logic stock echo, half note echo, pretty warm sounding echo. I wanted to try to emulate a tape delay. And then we have tremolo. But the reason I use this echo is because the echo that I usually use is Replica XT, which is by Native Instruments. But I had recently upgraded my Logic, and Native Instruments hadn't caught up yet to Logic. And every time I tried to open the echo, it would close Logic. So it was a glitch that they finally fixed now, but when I was making this, I didn't, so I had to adjust and just use this. We have tremolo going on, so if you actually listen to the voice, you can see it's panning left and right slightly, negative 35 degrees, 35% depth left and right. And then we have pitch correction, which I'm surprised they actually put this close so far to the end. And this is a relatively slower pitch correction actually in the key of C sharp major. And then I've been using this end verb a lot actually. This end verb gives a really cool, like room style, very close up plate style reverb. I like it a lot. It's not as big and wide as like some of the chroma verbs and stuff. But yeah, all right. So let's close all these windows. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to that. Okay, close this all out. So we have all those. I'm gonna turn everything off and start adding slowly, and you'll be able to hear what we have. So we have. I'm gonna turn everything off. So we have the vocals, and then I also went inside of. Oh, maybe I didn't. Did I turn? Yeah, flex pitch. I use flex pitch a lot for minor adjustments in pitch, but more so actually for the timing, to get the timing perfect. Because I would quarantine anytime just to spend more time. See, I wanted it really on beat because it makes a difference. So this is with no effects. I would quarantine anytime if it means more time with you. A lot of low end taken out there. Now we add the compressor. I would quarantine anytime if it means more time. Can you hear that tremolo?
We're having date night every night.
I really actually like the pitch correction, even just as it more of like instrumental, like the way it sounds. Then we have the end verb.
I would quarantine anytime.
I just think it does a really good close reverb. All right, let's move on. So we have now the verse section. We have the we have this organ piano, which goes along with the piano, but it just pans back and forth. Then again, now we can actually see if I copy this. I didn't mean to copy the whole thing. If we copy this, I can actually show you this whole sample. It's actually a whole sample that it's coming from. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. Where are you? What's going on? Okay, here we go. This is actually the whole sample. And all I did is just took that first part of that sample, which is pretty interesting. So bring that back. All right, then we have the bass. We have a lot going on with this bass. So we have retro synth, which is panning slightly left and right. I believe it. Let's see, is it panning left and right, or panning in and out? It's actually, that's what's giving it that but the pulsing in and out sound. So actually, if I just take this off, it actually is just going to say. But because I have slight detuning and a little bit of vibrato and stuff, it's actually, that's why it's kind of moving back and forth. A little bit of detuning, a little bit of vibrato. That's what we got going on there. Adding a little bit of low end, got a little reverb going on, but a hard cut. Now this is just an octave up, because of small speakers that the bass doesn't really translate well. So I wanted this octave up so that we can hear it in higher speakers. So I'm cutting out the low end, boosting the highs, adding a little chorus in there, and then this is like a counter melody going on. There it is, with the retro synth also. Okay, lastly we have in this verse, we have the drums. Oh, actually, these are copied and pasted from, what song was that? Maybe it was, this was actually the original song. This came from this song, but I used it in a different song actually. But this is just breaths, me breathing left and right. Adding a little reverb to that, giving it more of like, that's supposed to be like a like a rhythmic element to it. Got some mini log right here. Some synthesizer. Got the kick and upper, the sampled kick. This is an upper kick that I use. Same exact sample, but what I did is I just took out all low end, and I believe I might have pitched it up a little. No, I didn't. But what that does is that helps you hear the click of the kick, especially on smaller speakers that the low frequency doesn't translate to. We also have this kick and snare kind of boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats. This is some EQ with that, some heavy compression. And we have a hi-hat going. Pretty slow hi-hat. The same, pretty similar going on with the vocals. Again, with the end verb again. I really like that lately. All right, let's go. Now we have in the chorus. We have 808 bass with a little bit of bit crusher. Bit crusher kind of fattens it up. Adds a little bit of brightness to it. Similar thing going on here. Some harmonies in here. Octave down. I'll show you the octave down.
I wait night every night.
Layered left and right to fan things up. We have some synths coming in here. This is pretty sick. All of these are from the mini log. A lot of low end, high and low end taken out. You can see that in all the EQs. We just kind of low pass, high pass filtering, and the oscillator synth going on right here. Some chorus. Pan left and right. Kind of octave ups, octave downs. Let's see. Then we have this same melody coming in again later. Now, let's go to this vocal chopper. Where is it? Here it is. It's literally the vocals that I took. Now, what I was talking about earlier is transposing. I shifted it up an octave. Took a lot of low end out, added some echo, pitch corrected again. Same thing. Now these are arcade. All these things are arcade. Playing the vocal chops. All the different vocal chops over here. All the vocal chops. That's arcade right there for us. Alright, now let's move on. Similar kind of thing going on in verse 2, nothing really changing, except for the fact that in the chorus, we have a low pass filter on these drums. See how we got the low pass filter as opposed to it's a little brighter in the verses. Alright, and that's about it for that. Pretty similar. And then at the end, we have a ton of reverbed out the vocals right here. Ton of reverb in the end verb. And then this guy right here. Actually, all the volume's out. It's really coming from this right here. Because if I turn this off, barely hear anything. I really like that on the bass, like kind of fighting with the kick. And then we have, last but not least, at the end, we have a vinyl speed up on the vocals and then a vinyl slow down.
I would quarantine anytime, just to spend it all with you.
And that's what we have right there. Bam. That's I would quarantine anytime. The breakdown of the song. Shout out to everybody that helped me with the lyrics and the the production on the live stream. If you want to join Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. New York time. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.